再次提醒现场的贵宾，活动即将开始，请您尽速就座，谢谢您的配合。Ladies and gentlemen, the forum will begin shortly. Please take your seat. Thank you for your cooperation. Also, please remember to turn your cell phone to silent mode. 另外提醒现场的贵宾，麻烦请将手机调为静音，谢谢您的配合。Ladies and gentlemen, the forum will begin shortly. Please take your seat. Thank you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency President Dr. Lai with a warm round of applause. Welcome, Mr. President. President Lai has always been a strong supporter of the Yushan Forum, and today we're deeply honored by His Excellency's presence again. Also, once again, a warm welcome to the distinguished guests who are coming from all over the world. Please take your seat. Thank you. 现场的贵宾请就座，谢谢。Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 2025 Yushan Forum, New Southbound Policy Plus, Taiwan, the Indo-Pacific, and a New World. I'm today's MC, Betty Chan. This year marks the 8th edition of the forum. Today, we gather here at a crucial moment in history, one defined by rapid technological advancements, the urgency of net zero transition, and the evolving dynamics of the Indo-Pacific region. As Taiwan deepens its cooperation across like-minded partners, we will explore key drivers shaping the future, from smart healthcare and semiconductor innovation to digital transformation and sustainability, thereby charting a resilient and interconnected future. Now we're going to play a video introducing the Yushan Forum. Please enjoy.
The new Southbound policy is at the center of Taiwan's own Indo-Pacific strategy.
Taiwan has shown in its efforts to combat COVID-19, real change is possible through collaboration.
Taiwan 우타지, Japan 우타지.
It is the duty of those of us who respect democracy, who have concerns about the international order, to give Taiwan support and assurance.
If there were more Taiwans, would this world be a better place? And the answer is compellingly, irrefutably, yes.
当世界上有越来越多国家公开支持台湾的国际参与，再证明了台湾是世界的台湾，台湾是全球和平繁荣值得信赖的力量。台湾不只肯跳，台湾肯立，所以我们现在在推动，除了刚刚讲价值外交、同盟外交，很重要是经贸的外交。那台湾科技的发展，特别是现在在数位科技时代，这一个部分也是我们希望跟新南向国家一起。
It is very important to really use the helping hand from the civil society to implement the New Southbound Policy Plus.
When the world needs Taiwan, we will always be there, just like the enduring Jet Mountain.
New Southbound Policy Plus,
Taiwan,
the Indo-Pacific, and the New World.
Thank you to all the friends for your support for Taiwan. And now we'd like to invite the distinguished guests to give us the opening remarks. First, we'd like to invite Dr. Xinhuang Michael Shiao, Chairman of Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation, ROC Taiwan, to give us the opening remarks. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
President Lai, Prime Minister Rasmussen, Prime Minister Janša, House Representatives Furuya, Director Green, Secretary General Pan, Secretary General Wu, Minister Lin, ambassadors, representatives of foreign missions in Taiwan, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Though today is a bit cold for Taiwan's winter, but I'm sure we are very warm here together. First and foremost, on behalf of the Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation, I would like to warmly welcome you, all of you, to the 2025 Yushan Forum. Your gracious presence adds tremendous value to this year's event. In recent years, representing Taiwan has been well-known keywords in the international society, representing values of democracy and freedom, high-tech technology, high-end technology of the semiconductor supply chain, successful digital transformation, social innovation, and even the everyday pressure of bubble tea and xiaolongbao. All these reflect a part of Taiwan's efforts and warmth. We have also strongly felt the support and solidarity from the international communities towards Taiwan. Since the end of February, many international leaders and like-minded partners have gathered in Taipei, including the Halifax International Security Forum, which has moved its venue from Canada to Taiwan for the first time, bringing together dignitaries and think tank experts from more than 70 countries. In addition, the Global Summit of the International Strategy Forum, ISF Forum, based in the United States, they also recently gathered together in Taipei. And more than 90 young representatives and professionals from around the world gathered in Taipei to exchange views and how to work with Taiwan civil society together to engage in exchange with Taiwan on how we can make the world a better place. TF humbly serve as the local partners for this ISF Forum. More importantly, today's Yushan Forum stands as Taiwan's significant signature foreign policy forum and a regional dialogue platform for the new southbound policy. And now we call it now New Southbound Policy Plus. As a pilot think tank and do tank for the NSP, the Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation is honored to have hosted the Yushan Forum since 2018, now entering its 8th edition. We express our sincere gratitude for the continued close partnership from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the strong support we have received since Minister Lin took office. Thank you very much, Minister. Furthermore, I would like to deeply appreciate President Lai support for the New Southbound policy and his affirmation of New Southbound Policy Plus. The Yushan Forum originated as a demonstration of the collaborative effort and outcome achieved through cross-sectoral of synergy among Taiwan's government, industries, and civil society organizations in advancing NSP for more than the 2 days, for the 2 days agenda of the Yushan Forum have focused on showcasing government-led initiative and cooperation of outcomes on the first day. While the second day highlighted the momentum shaped by non-governmental efforts, such as think tank, NGOs, and civil society organizations in realizing the NSP. This year, we follow a similar arrangement, but with an expanded scale and greater coordination than ever before. In the 2025 edition, with the theme New Southbound Policy Plus, Taiwan, Indo-Pacific, and the New World, we aim to present the new vision and blueprint of the new southbound policy under President Lai's leadership, particularly emphasizing economic, trade, and technological diplomacy. This will be evident during the first day's agenda. Today's experience in integrating smart technology into every economy, net zero transition, digital transformation, industrial upgrading, chip supply chain restructuring, and smart health care illustrates Taiwan's capability now not only to share and assist, but also to lead. As you will witness, Taiwan's new economic and trade and technology diplomacy will have been set to go beyond the regional scope and reach to international level. The second day of this year's forum will focus on Taiwan's image, think tanks, exchange, and NGO collaboration at the regional and global stage, which has been key areas of the TAEF efforts since its inception in 2018. Over the years, we have built substantial momentum on enabling the NSP so far and will launch new initiatives during this year's Yushan Forum to foster deeper and long-term solid partnerships. At the final NGO session, we will launch the 2025 Yushan Initiative for INGO Cooperation to further position Taiwan as a hub of INGO in Asia. Also, in order to strengthen TAEF think tank collaboration and network, we will also sign MOU with the Asia Center in Thailand and Pacific Forum in Honolulu, so that we can work together to implement New Southbound policy much more effective way. At the same time, we welcome ICDF to join the Asia Engagement Consortium, so that maybe we can add non-monetary activities to Taiwan's IDA. For your information, for these 2 days in the forum, we will have more than 65 speakers lined up to present and to share their brilliant ideas and thought at this year's forum. The NSP has entered its 9th year since 2016, becoming more than just Taiwan's foreign policy toward neighboring countries. It has evolved into a common language for collaboration with like-minded partners to advance the people-centered developmental agenda in a more substantive, sustainable, and inclusive manner. As such, it plays a critical role in Taiwan's international participation strategy. The effective implementation of NSP is indispensable to Taiwan's external relations. Moreover, it serves as a key element of Taiwan's Lai diplomacy or trust diplomacy, showcasing Taiwan's commitment to international cooperation in areas such as industrial innovation, healthcare, education, and talent cultivation, agriculture, disaster governance, and soft power such as culture and art. We can certainly claim that NSP has been assigned to make friends and to help friends at the same time. This achievement has earned Taiwan a trusted reputation, transforming into a driving force that motivates neighboring countries and their people to trust and partner with Taiwan, creating a virtuous cycle of cooperation across Taiwan, NSP partner countries, and like-minded countries around the world. We firmly believe that the next phase of the new southbound policy, which I mentioned earlier, we refer to it as New Southbound Policy Plus, will be promising and definitely help guide Taiwan navigate through various global crises and challenges, leveraging Taiwan's strength and capability, enhance cooperation and partnership with NSP partner countries and the world. Moreover, I would like to emphasize that the NSP Plus embodied 3 kinds of strengthening and reinvigoration. The first plus signified NSP can and will evolve into a broader practice of Taiwan's own Indo-Pacific strategy. The second plus revealed Taiwan's focus and deepening and prioritizing several key diplomacies or strategies, including economic and trade diplomacy, public health diplomacy, semiconductor diplomacy, value-based diplomacy, think tank diplomacy, and NGO diplomacy. These are concretely reflected in the 6 NSP Plus corridors and strategies, including the government-led NSP corridors, such as the digital technology and semiconductor corridor, the healthcare corridor, and the resilience corridor. Additionally, there are another 3 civil society-led corridors, the think tank corridor, the NGO corridor, and the youth corridor, with the Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation serving as a significant role in facilitating these initiatives. Finally, the third plus underscores Taiwan's continued commitment to strengthening cooperation among the civil society organization, enterprises, and the government, advancing NSP Plus through real cross-sectoral synergy. Once again, welcome to Taiwan's for the 2025 Yushan Forum. I wish you all fruitful discussion throughout the 2 days forum. And thank you very much. And for the foreign friends, enjoy Taiwan. And for the local participants, love Taiwan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Shiao, for your opening remarks. Please return to your seat. And thank you, Chairman Shiao, for introducing the agenda of this 2-day conference. We look forward to the fruitful exchanges and cooperation among all participants. Thank you very much. Next, we are honored to have invited His Excellency President Dr. Lai清德, President of the ROC Taiwan, to give us the remarks. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, Lin Jialong, Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation Chairperson Michael Shiao, distinguished guests from home and abroad, good morning. On behalf of all the people of Taiwan, I want to welcome our good friends joining us from around the world. Your presence shows support for a peaceful and stable Taiwan and a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The Yushan Forum has become more than just an important platform for the new southbound policy. Over these 8 years, more than 3,600 participants from Taiwan and 28 other countries have kept deepened Taiwan's connections with nations around the world. The new southbound policy has led to great success in economic and trade cooperation, professional exchanges, resource sharing, and building regional links. Looking ahead, the Yushan Forum will be taking on the important mission of carrying its legacy forward and transforming it into action. Not only must we turn consensus into action plans for close cooperation among countries in the region, we must also work with partners around the world to forge ahead with cooperative plans for mutual prosperity. We hope to envision a new world from Taiwan and see Taiwan in this new world. We are also embracing an era of smart technology. The government sessions of these Yushan forums are therefore centered around topics including smart healthcare, smart transportation, and resilient supply chains for semiconductors. Taiwan is intent on working side by side with other countries to face the challenges of this new era. Today's Taiwan celebrates not only the democratic achievements that are recognized by the international community, but also our strength in the semiconductor and tech industries, which enable us to play a key role in restructuring global democratic supply chains and the economic order. We are building on Taiwan as a Silicon Island for semiconductors while accelerating innovation and all applications for industries. These efforts will help Taiwan become an AI island as well. We are also developing forward-looking fields such as quantum technology and precision medicine, which will create an industry ecosystem that is highly competitive and innovative. The government will also develop economic models powered by innovation. This will help SMEs upgrade and transform through the power of digital transformation and net zero transition. In the past, Taiwanese industries went from moving westward across the Taiwan Strait to shifting southbound to working closer with the North. But now, we are confidently stepping across the Pacific, reaching eastward to the Americas and other regions, while staying firmly rooted in Taiwan. Our enterprises are expanding their global presence and marketing worldwide. Taiwan will continue to engage with the world, and we welcome the world to come closer to Taiwan. As we gather here today, I'm confident that we share the same goal. Through international cooperation, we hope to build an even more inclusive, resilient, prosperous Indo-Pacific, while jointly defending the democracy, freedom, and peace we so firmly believe in. I want to thank you all once again for supporting Taiwan. We will strive alongside our partners in democracy to boast long-range supply chain and digital solidarity, and together respond to the threats and challenges posed by expanding authoritarianism. Yushan is also known as Jade Mountain. It is Taiwan's highest peak and stands as firm as our unwavering spirit during this critical time of global change and transformation. The Yushan Forum is not a place, it's a place where we can share our experiences and, more importantly, lay down firm foundations for exchanges and cooperation among our countries. This way, we can create greater stability for the region and greater prosperity for the world. I wish everyone a successful forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. President Lai, please return to your seat. As mentioned by His Excellency President, we hope that Taiwan can continue to better engage with the world and the world can come closer to Taiwan. In this way, together, we can jointly promote a more diverse and also inclusive, resilient, and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. And together, we can work with like-minded partners to advocate for freedom and democracy in this world. And echoing the name of this forum, Yushan, the Jade Mountain, we will continue to forge ahead and hoping through more exchanges and cooperation in this fruitful dialogue, we can reach consensus and turn these consensus into action. So today we are honored by the presence of representatives from the government, industry, and civil society. And also echoing, we are following President Lai's trust diplomacy, and we look forward to having more cooperation with all of the friends from around the world. And once again, we thank you, President Lai, for your lasting support. Now we would like to invite Honorable Anders Fogh Rasmussen, Chairman of the Alliance of Democracies Foundation and also former Prime Minister of Denmark, to give us a few remarks. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Mr. President, Mr. Foreign Minister, Mr. Chairman, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be back here in Taiwan. I extend my thanks to the organizers of the Yushan Forum for the kind invitation. I first visited Taiwan in 1994 as a young member of the Danish Parliament. In the 30 years since, Taiwan has transformed beyond recognition. Today, it stands as a beacon of liberty, a testament to how people thrive in freedom. But in the past 30 years, indeed in the past 30 days, the world around us has also changed beyond recognition. In light of shifting geopolitical forces, I felt it important to come and to hear Taiwan and its like-minded Indo-Pacific friends discuss the future of this region. For my entire lifetime, Europe has looked to the United States as its most reliable and trustworthy partner. But under the Trump administration, we can no longer rely on the White House. We will always have a good relationship with our American friends and allies. But since January, the relationship has become increasingly transactional. President Trump sees the world in terms of three power centers: Washington, Beijing, and Moscow. We need to ask what that means for countries like Taiwan in the longer term and for Ukraine in the short term. President Xi is watching Ukraine. And we must not send a signal by our collective weakness that aggression pays off for dictators. What happens in the Indo-Pacific matters very much for the freedom and the security of all of Europe. That's why I'm so pleased to be here today. I will keep making the case for Taiwan and Europe to strengthen our ties politically, economically, and culturally. Not just based on short-term interests, but common values and a shared belief in each other's freedom, democracy, and prosperity. Because in an increasingly aggressive and dangerous world, true friends need to stick together. The world's democracies must work together to protect and promote freedom and democracy, and Taiwan belongs to our family of democracies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Rasmussen. Please return to your seat. And as what you have mentioned, true friends need to stick together. And thank you for your lasting support for Taiwan and to build closer relationship between Taiwan and Europe. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Honorable Janez, former Prime Minister of the government of the Republic of Slovenia. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Mr. President Lai, Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I come to you from Slovenia, a European country that gained its independence 34 years ago and has been a member of the European Union, European Monetary Union and NATO for the last 2 decades. During our struggle for democracy and independence, I was a dissident and political prisoner before the war, becoming Minister of Defense, and later Prime Minister 3 times. During our struggle for independence and democracy, and the years that followed, we carefully studied your efforts and experiences in protecting and defending a country and its democracy, as well as fostering economic development and prosperity. I had the privilege visiting Taiwan 30 years ago, where we established Taiwan-Slovenian Friendship Society, and since then we have cooperated on various levels. I want to express my heartfelt thanks, especially for the support you extended to us during the unprecedented pandemic 5 years ago. Your Ministry of Health lent a helping hand, and through our consultations and cooperation, we learned much from each other. So thank you very much. Over the last 2 decades, the world has been changing at an accelerating pace. 2 key factors have driven this change: technological advancements, particularly in artificial intelligence, and the rising power of the autocratic regimes. Since the West failure in Afghanistan, the situation has worsened. After Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine 3 years ago, a close cooperation among these autocratic regimes became increasingly evident. In many ways, unfortunately, we are witnessing the Cold War of 21st century unfold. In Europe, we are experiencing a devastating war in Ukraine, with hundreds of thousands of lives lost and millions of refugees displaced. The current negotiations initiated by the United States may hopefully lead to a ceasefire, and then, at best, a prolonged frozen conflict. Only time will tell how long that might last. This situation is demanding the full attention and military resources of the European pillar of NATO, as well as a significant portion of the United States resources. The European Union is beginning to rearm itself, but this will take time. Many warning signs have been ignored for too long, and the damage is substantial. Furthermore, due to the aggressive behavior of Iran and its proxies, NATO is also required to focus significant resources in the Middle East. Drawing lessons from history and applying some logic, we can predict that the focus may soon shift to your region. Recent demands and open threats from Beijing confirm this shift. And Taiwan is increasingly becoming a crucial pillar of peace and stability, not only for the Indo-Pacific region, but for the entire world. We still hope that China, as a permanent member of the UN Security Council and with its global influence, will live up to the expectations of the international community. We hope it will use its influence to help facilitating a just ceasefire agreement and work toward ending Russia's invasion of Ukraine. We also hope that China, in collaboration with Taiwan, will contribute to peace, security, and prosperity in the region and around the globe. For decades, your country's hard-won freedom, democracy, prosperity, and progress have been under attack. These achievements and values can be threatened not only through brute force and invasion, but also through subversion. As described a century ago by the Italian communist scholar Antonio Gramsci, this can involve cultural warfare. Subversive activities like the infiltration or acquisition of media, universities, cultural institutions, and NGOs. Autocratic regimes can exploit the freedom and openness of democracies, dividing them from within through psychological warfare. We have to be fully aware of this danger. But through your 4 pillars of peace action plan, Taiwan is successfully ensuring peace through strength and cooperation, and this strength and cooperation will be even more essential in the future. Taiwan's economic power places your country at the forefront of the global trends. Taiwan is a key player in global supply chains for democracies. Your 5+2 innovative industries plan and 6 core strategic industries policy are models of advanced, flexible national planning. Taiwan's 5 industry sectors, semiconductors, artificial intelligence, security, military, and next-generation communications, are significantly expanding their global presence. There are many reasons why democracies across the globe, as was mentioned by Prime Minister Rasmussen, have to support your efforts to defend your sovereignty, to uphold your free and democratic way of life, maintain the status quo, and therefore oppose any attempt by China to annex Taiwan. I personally, and all freedom-loving people in my country and across the European Union, will always support the right of your democracy to determine its own future. The right of 23 million people in the Republic of China, Taiwan, to freely choose their path. So, let's keep going, Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Janša. Please return to your seat. As you have mentioned, both Taiwan and Slovenia have shared history of struggle and challenges on the path to democracy, so it is vital for us to stand together and forge ahead. Thank you once again. Now we would like to invite Honorable Kenji Furuya, Chairman of Japan ROC Diet Members Consultative Council and member of the House of Representatives in the Diet Japan, to say a few words. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Your Excellency, President Lai, and all concerned parties. I am Kenji Furuya, Chairman of the Japan-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Association. This is my 5th consecutive time to attend this usual forum. During the 8 years of the Taiwan administration, the new southbound policy was implemented to diversity investment from China to ASEAN and other regions. And Taiwan GDP has grown from 17.5 trillion yuan to 23 trillion yuan. And its investment in China has been reduced from 44% to 11%, enhancing the confidence and dignity of Taiwanese people and increasing their trust and recognition around the world. I look forward to President Lai's 5 trust-focused industries and the new Southbound Policy Plus, which will lead to further economic growth and international contribution to a free and open Indo-Pacific region. For more than 50 years, the Japan-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Association has played an important role in connecting Japan and Taiwan, 2 countries which do not have formal diplomatic relations. In recent years, it has consistently voiced support for the realization of a Japanese exhibition at the National Palace Museum in Taipei, for providing assistance during natural disasters and the COVID-19 pandemic, and for Taiwan's participation in international organizations such as the WHO and CPTPP. From May this year, Taiwan will be able to be listed on Japanese family registers, allowing Taiwanese identity to be respected. The Japan-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Association has been making adjustments behind the scenes. This is to protect the human rights and dignity of Taiwanese people, and China's criticism is completely misplaced. I continue to keep the words of former President Tsai Ing-wen in my heart. To be Taiwanese is an honor and a pride. The Japan-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Association has established 4 project teams. The themes are: first, CPTPP research; second, exchanges between female lawmakers; third, promotion of local exchanges; and fourth, research into the Taiwan Relation Act. The group is already very active and will continue to create new exchanges in many fields. We will launch a new National Residence Project team. National Residence Policy is a key theme for the Lai administration. I served as the First Minister of National Residence during the Abe administration, and Japan and Taiwan share the common challenge of frequent natural disasters, so we draw inspiration from each other and work together. Last year, people-to-people exchange between Japan and Taiwan reached an all-time high. In order to further promote this, we will work with local government through the local exchange promotion project team to encourage junior and senior high school students to take a school trip to Taiwan. All Japanese children who visit Taiwan are fans of Taiwan. Our mission is to pass on the ties between Japan and Taiwan to future generations. A Taiwan emergency is a Japan emergency. In Taiwanese, Taiwan utaiji, Japan utaiji. These are the words of the late former Prime Minister, Mr. Shinzo Abe. Peace and stability in the Taiwan Straits have a major impact on the international community, including the safety of Taiwanese people, as well as the many Japanese and foreigners living in Taiwan, and on global supply chains and security. In order to protect a free and open Indo-Pacific, we will continue to check China and safeguard peace in the Taiwan Strait with like-minded countries. Taiwan is a global hotspot that is visited by many world dignitaries. Since last year, China has increased its defense spending by 7.2% to 1.8 trillion yuan, which clearly demonstrates its commitment to expanding its military power. When we look at the action of China's Xi Jinping dictatorship, attempting to unilaterally change the status quo, we can imagine the risks that lie ahead. China's approach has been consistent. Under the guise of international contribution, it considers only its own benefit, providing excessive loans and unilaterally sending out people and equipment. Before we know it, we'll be caught in an invisible debt trap. Japan appeals to countries around the world about these dangers and provides tailored assistance that leads to the development and happiness of host countries around the entire region. This is the role and mission that Japan must fulfill. We will need to wait and see how the new Trump administration responds. But it is noteworthy that the statement, "We do not support Taiwan independence," has been removed from the so-called fact sheet on the State Department website. Due to China's strategic obstruction, although there are currently 12 countries that have diplomatic ties with Taiwan, under the strategy of serving diplomatic ties has not produced any significant result. That is because we are united as countries with shared values. Japan's automobile industry will develop next-generation fuels and evolve next-generation internal combustion engine to achieve a balance between the environment and the economy. Cutting-edge science and technology, including digital transformation, AI, and IoT, will create economic cooperation between Japan and Taiwan. Kikuyo Town in the Kumamoto Prefecture will no longer be eligible for government financial support from next fiscal year as a result of TSMC's expansion and the economic efforts that are already being seen are extremely unusual for a rural area. Japan is currently taking the lead in strengthening various security measures and will proactively work to strengthen the economy, including by improving cybersecurity and strengthening supply chains. Both Japan and Taiwan are promoting a variety of locally produced and locally consumed renewable energy sources in the light of increased electricity demand, resulting from the progress of digital transformation and green transformation, and from pursuit of energy security. Japan has easily issued development permits to businesses that prioritize only personal profit, and to foreign capital from countries such as China, which has resulted in major floods and large-scale landslides, and have therefore created strict regulations regarding the introduction of such permits. We will also be strengthening the rules of disposing of Chinese-made solar panels, which are inferior in performance and contain hazardous substances. We are promoting the installation of domestically produced next-generation solar cell, what's called perovskite, on the roofs and walls of buildings, and devoting all our effort to technological development and establishing a robust production system. Japan, Taiwan, green energy cooperation is a key element of future economic investment. Japan and Taiwan have devoted a true friendship over the years. I am sure it will become stronger in every area. Today's topic is the three visions outlined by President Lai in his New Year's speech. First, continuing the path of democracy. Second, advancing resilience in all areas. Third, sharing economic progress between all generations. They match up perfectly. Meanwhile, the environment surrounding Taiwan is becoming more severe every year. It is extremely important that countries that share common values such as freedom, democracy, the rule of law, and fundamental human rights steadily strengthen their cooperation. Japan, Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Association is determined to protect Taiwan's democracy, and the peace and the security of the international community, including the Taiwan Strait. Thank you for your attention. 谢谢，ありがとう。
Thank you very much, Chairman Furuya. Please return to your seat. Chairman Furuya is one of the staunchest supporters of the Yushan Forum, and thank you once again for reiterating the important phrase, a Taiwan contingency is a Japan contingency. So we look forward to your continuous support for deepening the cooperation between Taiwan and Japan. Once again, thank you very much, Chairman Furuya. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to invite Honorable Raymond F. Green, Director of the American Institute in Taiwan, to give us his remarks. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
President Lai, Chairman Shiao, the Honorable Mr. Rasmussen, the Honorable Mr. Janša, my good friend Chairman Furuya Kaicho, distinguished guests and colleagues, good morning. 大家早安. First, thank you to the organizers of the Yushan Forum for providing this vital platform for regional dialogue between Taiwan, its Indo-Pacific neighbors, and like-minded democracies from around the world. Let me begin by emphasizing that the United States stands strong with our allies and partners in the Indo-Pacific, and we are taking decisive actions to counter threats, enhance economic resilience, and advance shared interests. Since the beginning of his administration, President Trump has made clear his deep commitment to securing global peace. In Europe, this means bringing the Ukraine war to a rapid end. In the Indo-Pacific, this means strengthening deterrence to prevent war from breaking out. In this context, the Trump administration has underscored that we have an abiding interest in peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait as an indispensable element of security and prosperity for the international community. Indeed, every country in the world has stake in preserving peace in the Taiwan Strait. Conservative estimates put the cost of a Taiwan conflict at over 10% of global GDP. In other words, higher than World War II. So, together with our closest international partners, we will reinforce our opposition to any attempts to unilaterally change the status quo by force or coercion. This message was most recently underscored by G7 foreign ministers meeting in Canada last week. We will also continue to assist Taiwan to expand its self-defense capabilities and societal resilience in the face of China's destabilizing military, economic, and diplomatic pressure campaign. The United States welcomes President Lai's recent announcement that Taiwan will increase its defense spending to at least 3% of GDP. Just as important is to ensure that Taiwan is able to rapidly acquire the asymmetric capabilities most needed to deter aggression. In this context, President Lai's initiative to crack down on long-standing Chinese espionage and influence operations will further enhance our ability to cooperate with Taiwan. Our cooperation in the economic sphere will similarly make both Taiwan and America stronger, safer, and more prosperous, while providing benefits to the entire international community. Our two highly complementary economies lead the world in technology development. The historic announcement by President Trump and TSMC Chairman C.C. Wei of an additional $100 billion in TSMC investment in Arizona will enable the United States and Taiwan to work together to meet the surging global demand for advanced chips to support the growth of AI and other applications. Together, we are replacing Chinese supply chains in critical sectors like drones and robotics. The rapid and ongoing shift of Taiwan manufacturing out of China can contribute significantly to President Trump's mission to reindustrialize the United States. Of course, we also support increasing Taiwan investment and other forms of engagement with like-minded partners, including the Philippines and Guatemala, and regions like Central Europe and the Pacific. I know this is Yushan Forum's focus in helping advance President Lai's New Southbound Policy Plus. I look forward to learning the recommendations on how Taiwan and other like-minded democracies can collaborate together to make us all safer, stronger, and more prosperous. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Dr. Green. Please remain on the stage. And now it's time for a group photo. And again, we're grateful for the lasting support and cooperation between Taiwan and the United States in a wide range of fields, including in defense, trade, investment, technology, and especially in the semiconductor industry. And now we're going to invite a distinguished guest to come up to the stage to join the photo call. Now we would like to welcome Mr. Fu Dongcheng, advisor of the National Security Council. Honorable Dr. Qiu Taiyuan, Minister of the Ministry of Health and Welfare, ROC Taiwan. Honorable Jingqing Paul Liu, Minister of the National Development Council, ROC Taiwan. Ms. Yang Zhenli, Trade Representative and Minister without Portfolio of the Executive Yuan. Mr. Ma Yongcheng, Minister without Portfolio of the Executive Yuan. His Excellency Dr. Lin Jialong, Minister of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the ROC Taiwan. Dr. Zhao Xie, Secretary General of the National Security Council. Mr. Pan Long-an, Secretary General to the President of the Office of the President. Honorable Kenji Furuya, Chairman of Japan ROC Members Consultative Council and member of the House of Representatives in the Diet Japan. Honorable Janša, former Prime Minister of the Government of the Republic of Slovenia. Honorable Anders Fogh Rasmussen, Chairman of the Alliance of Democracy Foundation and former Prime Minister of Denmark. Dr. Xinhuang Michael Shiao, Chairman of Taiwan Asia Exchange Foundation, and also His Excellency Dr. Lai Ching-te, President of the ROC Taiwan. Please come up to the stage. So today we are deeply honored by the presence of many friends from around the world, and also you can see we have a lot of friends from the media attending this event to capture this precious moment. All right, so now we invite a guest to look at the official photographer in the front. 我们先看向前方的官方摄影，请举手好吗？前方的官方摄影。All right, look at the camera in the front. Give us your big smile. 3, 2, 1, cheese. All right, 好。Please look at the media in the back. 请看向后方的媒体朋友。Give us your big smile. 3, 2, 1, cheese. All right, so one more, give us your thumbs up. 我们请台上的贵宾帮我们伸出大拇指，比个赞好吗？ Give us your big smile and give us your thumbs up. And look at the official photographer. 前方的官方摄影，请举手。Look at the photographers in the front. 3, 2, 1, cheese. All right, and look at the media in the back. 请看向后方的媒体朋友。3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the guests on the stage. 好，我们请贵宾在原地先留步。现在呢，我们要邀请总统要先行离开，我们掌声谢谢总统。Ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply grateful for the presence of His Excellency President Lai. So now we're going to stand him up. Thank you once again, President Lai, for your participation, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to His Excellency Dr. Lai Ching-te. Thank you once again for attending the 8th edition of the Yushan Forum. Thank you very much. And thank you once again to all of the distinguished guests. Thank you for your participation. Please return to your seat. So in the next 2 days, we're going to have a very fruitful discussion on a wide range of topics. And thank you to the guests. Please take your seat. In the meantime, though we are grateful for the participation of many important friends, but some of them are not able to join us today. So they have recorded a video for us to better understand their message. The first video is prepared by Honorable U.S. Congressman John Moolenaar, Chairman of the House Select Committee of the Strategic Competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party. Let's have a look.
everyone. I'm John Molinar, Chairman of the House Select Committee on China. It's a privilege to join you today from Washington, D.C. for this year's Yushan Forum. This year's theme, Taiwan's New Southbound Policy, underscores Taiwan's vital and expanding influence in Southeast Asia and the broader Indo-Pacific region. Taiwan is not just a beacon of democracy, it is a powerhouse of innovation and a key strategic partner for the U.S. to counter the Chinese Communist Party's aggressive